I just text. I just text. I grabbed all the millimeters. You know, when you have to switch up your apparatus. One of them, or both of them, or all of them. Problem is, never mind. The problem was not the tool. The problem was the Brian. It'll be 10,000 kicks with each leg or so. Dave, don't act like you're not my friend. Dave, you're my friend. You could talk tough like you're not, but you're my friend. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the vwnut 1967 channel on YouTube. What you hear in the background is my two friends.
That's where the staging position is.
They're just rambling. I'll turn them down. I'll turn them right down. What you're looking at is a couple of snow blowers in need of repair. We'll get into why they're here and where they're going. Also got to put a battery over there in the snapper. I got a fresh one. I took the one that was out of there. They're same from the same place and put it in something else. Explain that in a minute. Link to HAZEY's situation in all of this, because all of this came from him. Thanks, Diz. Right there, this guy right there, that guy. Thanks, Diz. So we'll get set up, get you guys sitting somewhere comfortable. We'll get these guys turned back up so they can behave themselves. All right, the first issue we got to get after is that back tire on there is off the beat. You hear my super loud compressor. It's not really loud, that's a joke. It's going off in the background. I got my friends on the Secret Service earpiece in my ear. So as soon as that compressor's gonna stop here in a minute, we'll see about getting that wheel off of there. And up here on the bench so we can do some work on it. And see if it'll take some or if it needs some slime or some soap, or who knows. It may need nothing, just some air pressure. I'm gonna guess it just needs a little bit of air pressure. All right, so thanks to Uncle Leo, this thing, and Dizzy, this thing was very well maintained, so this tire should just pull right off of here. I pulled and lost the pin already, so fuck yeah, already doing it right. So we'll just see if I wiggle. Oh. Would you like to be loud next to the camera? My friends are complaining that you guys can't hear that. You can't hear them. No, I can. Yeah, that nobody else can hear. Oh, the fucking bushings on here, Diz. Such nice craftsmanship. The bead even doesn't look terrible, Diz. I don't even know. Maybe I'll clean it up a little bit. Nice. Alright. It's nice. It's got grease in it. Alright, I think you guys can see me on the tire right here. Let me fix my friends. Okay, you should be able to hear them in just a second. They're no longer... Oh, there they go. There's my friends.
You act like you got friends while you're making the video to seem like you know.
Dave, don't act like you're not my friend. Dave, you're my friend. You could talk tough like you're not, but you're my friend. Sorry, Dave, you're my friend. Whatever, dude. Yeah. Yep, for sure. All right, we'll see how long that holds air and what it needs. 15 quid, just for saving these keepings. We're just putting a little of the slime in here because we have it in stock, and a little goes a long way. All right, I'll hit her with a quick shot of air, put her back on the machine, and move on from there. All right, we're gonna spin this around for a while, and I'll bring you guys back, put the pin in there. See, I found the pin that I lost right over there on the other side of the machine. So for you, it'll be a second. For me, it'll be 10,000 kicks with each leg or so. I just checked. I just checked the fuel tank and it's dry. Said thank you to Dizzy for that. Thanks, Diz. I know. He says you're welcome. I'm going to take the bowl off the carburetor right now. It's right here where my hand is. Feels like 10 millimeter, probably is my guess. It's just a guess. I can't say for sure. It does have a bowl drain on it, and when I push it, nothing's coming out. So I anticipate it being dry, but I want to take a look at the needle and seat with a Q-tip and see how that looks. So that's where we're starting before we do a full carburetor rebuild. All right, we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna say, no, not a 10 millimeter. It's bigger. Half. 13 millimeter. I went ahead and switched up my apparatuses. You know, when you have to switch up your apparati. I don't think the one I grabbed was a 13 disc, because it doesn't want to fit either. All right. I'm going to say I grabbed all the millimeters. Oh, I see. I see what the problem is. Never mind. The problem was not the tool. The problem was the Brian. I mean, it looks like my friend Dizzy was just in here, because this O-ring right here, this O-ring, mint. This little gasket right there, mint. So put those two back together, because, well, okay. See what this bowl looks like. Nice and easy. Try and save the gasket if we can. Good. I'll show you guys real quick. Perfect. It was perfect. I'm just gonna, I think now I'll just go up under here and I'll pull the pin that holds the, actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see if it stops flowing oil all by itself. I'm gonna have to, or not oil, gas. After I turn the heat off, because I don't want to blow myself up. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so I put some fuel in. Take two. Take two. So I put some fuel in the tank, enough to get it over here, where we took the bowl off the carburetor. There is a fuel shut off over there, thanks to Diz and his forward thinking for the next guy. Thanks, Diz. So I'll go over there and we'll turn on the fuel and see what happens over here. Probably right about this rag right here. You'll see some fuel dripping if everything is working the way it should. I will have to put a hose clamp or something. All right, that's open. Let's see what happens. Anyone? Oh, there is fuel dripping. Oh yeah, it's good too. Does it stop? Oh yeah, and start. The flow is decent. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that spark plug out of there, take a look at it, and see what it looks like. When it well stays, I'm looking at it. Well stays. Oh, it's the exact same way I pull out my, exactly what Dizzy said. Lucky for you guys, you can't hear it, because you would be appalled at his language. Which is fine, because this video is not safe for children. This is... yeah, it's not barely safe for me. Well, first you gotta tighten it before you loosen it as well. Ooh, what is this? That's a hot spark plug, Diz. A 2, huh? 2. Alright, this spark plug wasn't too bad. It's kind of a hot plug, a 2. If you don't know about spark plug numbers, look it up. So we're gonna leave it as a 2 because this doesn't have an electric start. So we're gonna pull on it like a professional here in just a minute. Okay, oil. The oil looks brand new. Oil, good to go. All right, prepare to pull. Yeah, that won't shoot anything at any other parts. Perfect. Okay, throttle up. I gotta read about the choke, clearly. Clearly there's something here. On, choke on. Yes. I want the choke on. Definitely choke yourself. Not with my hand, with your hand. Okay, choke on. We'll turn the gas back on. Or the fuel, or the petrol, depending on where you're from. I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence. We'll pump her about 87, 50, 200 times. About that many. Alright, so Big Red is done. Let's see about, let's see if the little gray one will be as friendly. Maybe friendlier even. Alright, so here's our second victim. My friends are still here. They won't say they're my friends because they're, you know, asses. Thanks again to Diz. He's the one responsible for making all this happen. Without him giving me these machines, we wouldn't have them to fix or to make the video. We'd have to make a video of something like crashing my cars into other cars, or you never know, something. Anyway, this one's pretty straightforward. We'll take the bowl off the carburetor and see what we find, and check the oil in the spark plug and go from there. Alright, so here's what the inside of the bowl looked like, and the nut for the bowl. Not terrible. Same thing, we're going to put a little bit of fuel in it and see if it doesn't leak and then shut off, and then we'll put her back together. Here's where we're at with this one. The carburetor bowl is still off of it. We're just going to make sure that the needle and seat work happily together. I'm going to put some fuel in to make sure that's happening right now. Put a fresh spark plug in it. That's really all we've done. I think that's all it's going to take. Give her a little bit of fuel. Make sure she leaks out the other side. Almost immediately, I think it started dripping. I can see it over there dripping. That should be enough. Oh yeah, it's doing its thing. Let's make sure it shuts off. Oh yeah, it works good. Alright, I think we have it this time. Let me catch you guys up. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but there is definitely fuel in this float. So the float was no longer floating. Alright, I'd like to thank my battery for hanging in there as long as it did. Anyway, like I said, the float had fuel in it, so that's going to cause the float to sink. It looks like we're okay now. I had another float in stock for this style carburetor. I think everything else should be good to go. I will check the oil real quick. There was one more thing. Oh yeah, tire pressure. Oil and tire pressure, then we'll get it started. I won't bore you guys with that. I'll just bring you right back. Quickly, I'll check the oil, fill up the tires. We'll go from there. All right, this one has the electric start option. So I have her plugged in. We'll pump her up a few times. Punch the button. Oh, it like that. All right, well that one's ready to go. That one's ready to go. All that's left is to just put the new battery in this one. We'll roll that bad snapper out here. I love this little machine. And we'll go from there. All right, so I have two of these batteries, both of them from Dizzy. One of them I've had for, I don't know, a year or two, and I've never charged it. They came out of like a mobility scooter. I love these things. Like I said, the other one I've never charged it. So this one is going right there in the snapper, because it's a push to start. It's big engine, easy to start, push to start, and I use this thing like my own mobility scooter. So we'll get her in there and we'll see if it wants to push to start. All right, so the battery's in. Throw the throttle like about that right there. reach over here where it says push to start right there and see what happens. Well, that was kind of fun. What if nothing happens? Oh, I got just the thing for if nothing happens. We'll be right back. Alright, so I have my little jump pack hooked up, and now we'll try to push to start, and then we'll put the battery on a regular charger. Alright, I'd like to thank HAZEYDAZE and Dizzy, mostly HAZEYDAZE because he's still here.
Yeah, me. Just mostly me.
Mostly hey, Dizzy too, because, well, without Dizzy, none of this would be possible either, but...
Fuck Dizzy. Should be here.
Oh, fuck Dizzy, Hazy says. Fuck Dizzy. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. We'll go in and see what Padina's doing, and we'll see you guys in a couple of days. Hey, the people want to know what Patina's doing. What are you doing? You just lazing around on the couch, just being a couchy type pit bull. Just lazing around. Oh, how do I taste? Like white meat? Okay, well that's what you're doing. Still in hibernation. Just moved this afternoon from hibernation on your bed to hibernation on the couch. Okay, tell him. I'll tell him. We'll see him in a couple of days.